What is going on in the world today can be described strictly, clearly, correctly as absolute madness. All of this is going on ahead of Pluto's entrance into Aquarius in January of 2024. So this month will determine the course of the next 10 to 20 years. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining. This month's chart has the sun and rising in Scorpio, and the moon is in Gemini. It should be a time to acknowledge the need for healing, but will also be a time filled with fear and conflict. The Scorpio rising exposes the world power's lack of commitment to finding solutions. That fuels the desire for revolt and revenge on the part of many. These conflicts are a mortal danger to the whole world. The Scorpio rising shows the need for healing those wounds and removing the underlying causes for dehumanizing and oppressing the Palestinian people for the last 75 years. The world has ignored their plight, but now this has changed. Just as the suffering of the Jews under Hitler brought change for the Jewish people, the Palestinians must be recognized as a legitimate people of this region. All of this is just the prelude to the entrance of Pluto into Aquarius and its passage through Aquarius beginning on January 1st of 2024. And it's bringing with it the promise of massive changes ahead. If you know your moon and your rising signs, please listen for those as well. Aries, licking your wounds is only a half measure. You need to serve the cause of peace and work to serve a higher purpose. The wound is caused by a reality you should no longer be supporting. Taurus, your perspective reflects a deeper, changing understanding of your work. Gone are the self-doubts that dominated you before. Compassionate service is your role in life. Gemini, a change of mind is in order. Increasing your own self-compassion will help heal your wounds. This also helps you to develop more empathy toward others, thereby avoiding useless conflicts. Cancer. Considering the long game in your life, it would be smart to think about how the changes you are making now might affect the rest of your life. The loss of your independence is what is at stake. Leo, use this opportunity to distribute some of your sunshine to those who might need a lift. Your creativity flowers with your desire to serve social transformation. Your pen is a mighty strong weapon. Virgo, feeling nervous is about the constant adjustments that you are making as the boundaries in your relationships are being redrawn daily. You have taken a calculated risk, gambling on your inner strength. Libra, step away from those old outworn values. that had you observing social standards, those very standards that hold you back. The balance you seek must be established within you so it can also surround you. Scorpio. The revenge and terror playing out in the world is a projection of how you might respond to those in your life who've hurt you. Above all of that lies the healer you are becoming. Sagittarius. Moving on from the past can bring you a deep change, one about how you understand life. Serve people, avoid arguments, and encourage everyone to heal all their wounds. Hey, Capricorn. Finding fault is your security blanket, but the fabric of society is coming apart all around you. The perfectionist in you can either succumb to your weakness or cooperate and begin a transformation. Aquarius. The boundaries that have sidelined your natural thirst for change are changing and dissolving. Your natural disposure is toward solving issues, so go ahead. The dissolution of the past is calling you to task. Pisces. Sensitive as you are, this turmoil in the world has you near petrified. Light the torch of kindness and have compassion for the plight of all those caught up in the irony of war in the Holy Land. So this month I want to introduce the quote of the month, which is this month, revolution is born of despair, brought to you by the Hamas spokesperson. Our leaders are insane. They are supporting what is, for the most part, the opposite of what is needed. This fuels a descent into absolute madness. The Scorpio rising depicts a dire need to heal and resolve these long-standing conflicts. The north node of the moon in the Sagittarius part of Aries challenges us to act on a serious change of direction. The south node in the Gemini section of Libra supports a full surrender to conflict, instead, thus entangling the world in this conflict. Mars is the first planet to rise in the Pisces part of Scorpio. This revolt is based on compassion for the plight of Palestinian people and arises from and is justified by religious fervor. Mars's relationship to Chiron and the North Node of Destiny in Aries shows that this revolution arose from a desire to restore the dignity of the Palestinian people. The Aquarius fourth house of foundation holds a retrograde Saturn, the past reality, representing those social and political structures that are no longer able to maintain the status quo. Insane leaders, still in the grips of a weakened and dying world order, have turned to the eradication of the Palestinian problem, quote unquote. Israel is openly engaged in genocide and ethnic cleansing. This is a wake-up call for humanity, with Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus pointing to the need for higher more compassionate values. It is the very fluidity of the situation that is the source of fear, because it shows how massive a change is needed. The result of all of this is that the responsibility for change falls, as it always has, to the people, which is represented in astrology by the moon. Indeed, this is a call for the people to bring our leaders to account.